हम बात करेंगे डॉक्टर इस्माइल जूनियर से। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डॉक्टर इस्माइल, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल।
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Great to be here.
so please introduce yourself to my
So,
viewers.
my name is Ali Junior Ishmael, Dr. Ali Junior Ishmael, and I'm the graduate, the current graduate. I'm part of the current graduates of CRIMEA Federal University of the year 2020.
फ्रेंड्स, अब हम मूव करेंगे अपने अगले क्वेश्चन पे। सो डॉक्टर इस्माइल, व्हाट टिप्स यू कैन गिव टू योर जूनियर्स हु आर कमिंग इन द फर्स्ट ईयर or
Well,
who are in the second, third, fourth year?
Yeah. So basically, I the only thing I can say is if the tips I'm giving will based on what kind of dream you have in the future for the future. So if your dream is to practice your medicine in another country or to go to your country, either ways it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have substantial amount of knowledge to be able to survive in any country. And now it is very competitive even in your country too. Imagine you graduating in CTA, for example, and for me too, in my country too, it's also competitive. Imagine graduating from the CTA, and you're not the only one graduating from Russia, right? There's some also Indian students who have graduated from different universities, and you're going to be with these people to write your MCI or NEST, right? So I mean, it's the exam that will clear out who is really a doctor and who is not really a doctor,
Yeah.
right? So you need to give yourself that much time to sit on your buttocks and read. Same advice for me too. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
So no one is perfect, but we tell you these things because we are in it and we know how it is going for us. This whole thing might even fall on deaf ears, for example. Somebody might watch this and forget. But later on, you can still refer to it as a video, right?
Yeah.
So basically, just the tips is here in this university. Like I said, there are two groups of people: people who are really studying, people who are studying and trying, and people who are not studying but trying to get through the system and get their diploma, right?
Only.
Yeah. So you can find somebody who is really studying. If you cannot really do the studying on yourself, you find by yourself. Sorry, you
Yeah.
can find someone who is really studying and doing well in class. Become friends with the person, and it will help you also keep yourself on your toes. If you're not okay in doing things like this and you think you're capable of doing everything, that's studying on your own and making it, then fine, you sit down, you read your own thing, right? But if you think you deserve a help or a helping hand from someone who's really studying, then great, you find some of these people I'm talking about, and as they study and they make it with their knowledge, it
Yeah.
can motivate you too, right? And also, if you think you just want to go through the system, no problem. You just go through the system, get the marks that will get you through the system, go through the exams one way or the other. You force yourself to do it, then finally get your diploma. So, yeah, and then you make sure you study for every class
Yeah.
if you can. Sometimes it's difficult for me too. Sometimes I don't even study for every class, but try to study for every class. Yeah.
So in short, if you want to become the doctor, you have to do extra work.
Mhm.
There is no such word excuse exist for you people, right?
Yeah. You just have to try the best you can.
Yeah.
We are not even perfect here, but
Yeah.
just try to do the best
But
you
we
can.
have to do the
Yeah.
extra work,
Yeah.
extra hard work. Okay. सो फ्रेंड्स, तुमने सुना डॉक्टर इस्माइल को, उन्होंने तुम्हें बताया कि तुम्हें फर्स्ट ईयर में आने के बाद क्या क्या करना है। तो अब हम मूव करेंगे अपने अगले क्वेश्चन पे। वो ये है कि व्हाट आर योर फ्यूचर प्लान्स?
My future plans. Well, we cannot really we cannot really say anything about the future, but we can just hope and
Yeah.
pray that our future,
Goals for the future.
our goals and dreams for the future.
I'm just correcting my question. What are your goals? For the
So
future?
so for like I said, we cannot really tell for the future. So we just hope that the future will be bright enough for us to achieve our goals and dreams that we've set. So I have a dream of getting experience from different countries. Yep, I want to.
nice.
Yeah, I want to get different. So because it's about medicine, and medicine is about experience right now. If you go to some of the doctors here, they will tell you it's about experience. It's not. It's about the knowledge, of course, but if you don't have the knowledge, you can't get the experience.
Yeah.
So you build up on that and follow to the next one. And so I hope to go to different countries. In Europe, I want to work if possible, and if God is going to be on my side, and I know God is on my side, So with that in mind, I'm sure I will be in different countries, for example, the United States and the Canada and other places. I hope that that will come true and come to pass.
I really hope you will get
Yeah.
all of that goals done.
Yeah, I
तो
hope.
फ्रेंड्स, तुम लोगों ने सुना कि डॉक्टर इस्माइल के कई सारे जो उनके सपने हैं कि अलग अलग कंट्री में जाके एक्सपीरियंस गेन करें। तो इन्हीं में एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन जो हम पहले टॉपिक में जो पहले मेंशन किया था वो ये था कि क्या ये यूनिवर्सिटी यूएसएमएल के लिए रिकोगनाइज्ड है कि नहीं, WHO के से रिकोगनाइज्ड है कि नहीं। तो हम पूछे डॉक्टर इस्माइल से, जो हिमसेल्फ ही इज़ राइटिंग फॉर यूएसएमएल, will maybe he will write for USMLE. Okay, so Dr. Ismail, there's a lot of that misunderstanding in India. People don't know about that CRIMEA FEDERAL University is recognized by WHO, or the student who will come here, they can give exam of USMLE or Plab, like these things. So will you please?
Yeah. So first of all, I have to make you understand that the real information is at it's with these kind of people, the USMLE people, which is guided by the ECFMD. The ECFMD is basically a certification channel for most of the European countries, right? So for these kind of people and the World Directory of Schools. So first of all, before you come here, try and find out if our school is listed in the World Directory of Schools, right? The World Directory of Schools is some sort of like a website. It's a website where most medical schools around the world are listed, whether they are listed. Okay, that if your school is listed, what it means that any certification for this university may or may not be accepted by other foreign medical governing bodies, right? So basically, for example, when our school was transitioning from the Ukrainian system to the Russian system, that's from 2014 to 2015, the whole thing became political. The whole situation here is political. If you ask any teacher here, they will tell you it's political. They don't have the solution to it. Okay, so because of that, because of the transitioning, we were sanctioned by the US and some other powerful countries, right? So basically, even here, your visa card doesn't work, right? But we still get money.
Yeah,
We are living.
we're living.
Yeah, we're living. So
Yeah.
if the visa card doesn't work, there are other alternatives.
Yeah.
That is why the Russians here are not bothered about their sanctions, because it doesn't restrict them in any way.
Yeah.
And the same way, it will not restrict you so much. It will restrict you in some ways, but not so much, right? So basically, you cannot order from Amazon from here and other stuff. But it's okay. You can still
There are still
order.
alternatives there.
Yeah, there are other alternatives.
You can order from the Moscow.
Yeah, for example, there are other alternatives. You can order from AliExpress and other ones which are working.
Yeah.
So to the sanctions affected so many things. It restricted us, the foreigners. The sanctions were to affect foreigners, basically, to actually stop the workforce, the foreign workforce in this place, so that the economy can collapse. But the economy is still going on and everything is fine. So it will affect you, the foreigner. And how does it affect you as a medical student? One, it affects you in a way that you cannot really, for example, the Plab exams. The Plab exams, I am not so sure about this information. But the information that I have heard is that you cannot write the Plab. But I emailed the Plab people, the body, the Medical Council of UK. They inquire that you send your documents, right? And they will look through it. If you are capable of practicing and being given the chance to practice in the UK, then they will give you the go ahead.
Yeah.
So it's all about having a better diploma and some credentials to help you go through with the whole process. It's a whole process, okay? It's a whole process that nobody is ready to go through, honestly, because it's a process. You need to send your original documents to them. They'll review it. They will understand that it's being certified or not, and a whole lot of process. Okay, and every process demands some payment.
Yeah.
Right. So for example, one big part of it is the IES. The IES is our school is able to get you an IES certification, which you will pay, because you need to read your contract. If your contract entails that the school must pay for your IES certification, then the school must pay. But if the contract doesn't really say that, then what is left for you to do is just submit your write an invitation, some sort of like an invitation, something like that.
Yeah.
You need to write some sort of a document, and the school will send it to the IES people with addition to your details, your email address and other stuff. And the IES people will send you an email detailing enough. I have mine right now on my phone. detailing you enough what you need to do, what documents are required, and what amount of money you're supposed to pay for the certification. So the IEA certification is real. The WHO certification or the WHO supplement is also real. I have mine. It's my room, right? So it is also real. You just have to pay for it. But the school is not part of my. For example, I paid for it because it's not part of my contract. So I paid around 2,760 rupees. But I heard information. It's not. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that right after the 2014 badge, any other badge is not supposed to pay any amount of money for the WHO supplements.
So maybe you don't need.
You don't need to pay. Maybe I'm not so sure. Again, okay. So the more important thing is that you're not supposed to pay. That's what I've heard. But I paid because in my time, just to transitioning, they didn't have the time to put it all in our contract. So WHO supplement is real. It's just one paper. It's just one paper helping them to understand your 12th grade marks and everything. That is all, really. And the next one we have now, the school does diploma supplements. Okay, this one I have my diploma original one with the university right now, and they are getting it done, translated and everything, and printing it out on a formal document. And the diploma supplement, what is it? Is to help you practice in the European countries, because my contract, the one I signed, says that the school is supposed to give me a diploma or a MBBS degree or however they call it in other countries, right? They gave it to me, but it's in Russian, so you will do the translation yourself, and then they will help you do the translation, and they will do the diploma or the MBBS degree supplement for you. Supplement is just the word supplementation to help you get through the process, right? So, for example, those people who graduated, the diploma supplement is started from our year. You understand? So those people who graduated before 2014, they don't have this MBBS supplements, right? Because before 2014 it was what? Ukraine system. But now we have the diploma supplements, and even those people there now, for them to go to any European country to work, they need the diploma supplement. I remember somebody contacted me for it. So it's a good thing that we have the diploma supplement. And I don't know about other universities. I don't think any university is giving this document to their students. I don't think so. So did I answer your question?
So friends, तुमने सुना डॉक्टर इस्माइल को. I really hope तुम्हारे जितने भी डाउट्स थे वो सारे के सारे क्लियर हो गए. उन्हें तुम्हें बताया कि क्रीमिया फेडरल यूनिवर्सिटी जो है वो WHO से भी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड है. USMLE का तुम पेपर दे सकते हो, तो बाकी जो कंट्रीज है तुम वहाँ भी जा सकते हो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में.
I forgot. The USMLE, right? And the Plab, right? The Plab is, like I said, they need your documents. USMLE also the same thing. But the USMLE, you need the ECFMG certification, right? The ECFMG certification. After you watch this video, you can just Google it and read about it, and inquire from them if it is possible. You can just verify every information that's given here, okay? And we are not telling you the lies, but we're just telling the honest truth for you to understand that it is real. And like I said, it's a whole process, and people are not ready to do it, so they just come out to say, "Oh, it's not possible. It's not possible."
They don't want to do it.
And people just freak out. It's not possible. It's not because before you can write Plab, for example, you need to pass IELTS.
Because in the beginning, the student came here, they want to write exam like USMLE, Plab, they want to go to Canada.
Like that.
But at the end of the whole course, they only want to go India and practice in India. So this is the main thing.
Like now they are coming, right? They will have the dream. I want to write Plab. I want to write USMLE.
Everything is there. But it's not an easy process.
It's not an easy process, and it's not an easy job. Really, it's
For USMLE, you have to be an extra. How to say that?
Extra studios.
Extra studios.
Extra very studios, because you need to combine that plus your normal classes here. You can't go and write USMLE, pass USMLE, and you don't have MBBS degree. It doesn't make sense, right? So you need to combine it with your normal classes here, which is not going to be easy, right? It's going to be dividing your time here and there and moving here and there.
And according to my knowledge, that USMLE exam is the most difficult exam in the world, I guess.
Maybe. But it involves 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And every step and amount of money you pay for it and what you're supposed to do for the step, right?
And it's also an expensive exam.
It's expensive, and
you can give it.
You can give. You
it's
can
only
pass.
Up to you.
It's up to you. Really, it's expensive. That's the one thing that will push people away. Right? It's the one thing that will push people away. And if you have to write it here, you need to move out of here and go to a center. Right? Nobody's ready to do that. It's your comfort zone is your comfort home is in Simferopol, and you want to move from here to, so it's the whole secret that I think is the problem in this all rumors about not being able to write some exam or something. It's just the process in it, right? So basically people just scare the hell out of themselves and end up going to India, and when they are all calm and okay and financially okay to pay the money, they end up writing in India,
Yeah.
right? Because it's your home, you can just do everything and just so it is doable, right? But the only problem is Plab. The Plab is the problem, right? There have been reports from some medical graduates from years back saying that the Plab is not doable.
Yeah.
And I know somebody who graduated like 2 years
Yeah,
ago
yeah, yeah.
who also wrote.
One
So,
Nigerian guy.
yeah. So I can't really tell whether
And one more Sri Lankan guy. He also that qualified at Plab exam.
you understand, right?
Yeah.
So you will hear the positive and the negative. Again, like I said before, you need to sit down, make an informed guess about what they're saying, whether it's real or not, confirm your guess, and then take your own judgment or decision on what you've guessed about. So it's all up to you. You will hear a lot, but just again try and take my advice. Inform guess, confirm the guess, make a decision about it.
फ्रेंड्स, तुमने अभी सुना डॉक्टर इस्माइल को. आई रियली होप हमारी डिस्कशन से तुम्हारे काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो डाउट होंगे वो क्लियर हो गए होंगे. उन्होंने तुम्हें बताया क्रीमिया फेडरल यूनिवर्सिटी रिकोगनाइज्ड है कि नहीं WHO से, तुम USMLE एग्ज़ाम लिख सकते हो कि नहीं, कि तुम्हारा जो फैकल्टी है क्रीमिया फेडरल यूनिवर्सिटी कैसी है, टीचर्स कैसे हैं, तुम्हें क्या क्या जो सर्विसेज मिलती हैं यहाँ पे, कैसी कैसी एक्टिविटीज़ होती हैं. तो एट द एंड मैं पूछना चाहूँगा कि डॉक्टर इस्माइल, एट द एंड व्हाट यू वांट टू सजेस्ट टू द व्यूअर्स.
Okay, so in brief of everything I've talked about. So in brief, if you in case you choose to come to this university, this prestigious, wonderful, amazing university in Simferopol in Crimea, it's a very beautiful state. If you ask me, Crimea is a very beautiful state. It's surrounded by the Black Sea, and it's very wonderful. When you are free enough, you can go around anywhere and to the sea, enjoy yourself, and come back.
According to the beauty, the people in Russia, they call this state the Kashmir of the Russia.
Exactly. It is where all the source is, all the the good things are, and it's surrounded by the Black Sea, which is very beautiful. I've seen it several times. Here it is very beautiful, very simple. You have no problem with you being attacked by anybody.
People
you
are
are very
very good.
safe because you live close to a police station.
Yeah.
For example.
And the court is here only.
And the court is right here.
So if you saw my previous video, you can see the court.
Yeah, it is
Near the
very
first
safe.
hostel.
It's
Yeah.
very safe. I know people who what is this, transferred from this university
And the
to
place
another
we are
university.
shooting here, this is
a
the
park.
And this is the biggest part of the Crimea.
Yeah, this is the biggest park of Crimea. Yeah, and it's called the Park of the Rain. It's very beautiful here. You can come and sit here.
Yeah.
And enjoy the
View.
the view here and everything, right? So it is amazing again. And also from as I mentioned, if you choose to come here, thank you very much for coming. But if you choose to have a hell of it here, you'll have a hell of it here. If you choose to have a heaven or a wonderful thing out of it, you will get that too, right? You will get that too. So it's basically it's all based on how you want to study here and what you want to accomplish in your 6 years of studies. If you choose to accomplish great things, you will accomplish great things. If you choose not to, it's just a path you have to take. Before you come here, please take a thought down the drain. Think properly about what you want to do with your life. Decide about your future. Then bring the money together, or put the finances together to come here to study. If you come here to study, great. You will have, when people will be having difficulties here, getting expelled and coming back and all that, you will be relaxing because you've put in the work and you've worked hard for your relaxation. I mean, not so much like a relaxation, like you're relaxing, but you wouldn't be so worried academic-wise, right? So if you put in the work, you will not be worried so academic-wise. But if you don't put in the work, the school will stress you. Trust me, you will do the atrabutka for you to feel like you are really, really not in heaven. Yeah, it depends on which department though and which division you will be. But if you will be in my division, for example, second division I was studying in, and the departments in my division are not so okay with stuff like somebody not studying. So for that purpose, they will make you study. For that purpose, they will make you study.
Is more difficult.
Yeah.
But now the thing is changing.
Yeah, things are changing.
Yeah.
So
Now the both divisions are very tough. You have to study.
I can't tell about first division, but I was never there.
I'm in second division, but I just listen.
You listen to them, yeah? Okay, fine. But he's second division. He can tell you more about second division, right? so yeah, and basically in brief, one more time in brief, there's the clinical years and the pre-clinical years and the clinical years. Waste time and energy to build your pre-clinical years. Trust me, you will thank me one day when you meet me somewhere with your wife or children. Then you will thank me, because the pre-clinical years is very, very important. If you have that information in your mind, your clinical years will not be difficult. Not so difficult. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy for you to feel so relaxed, but it will not be so difficult as in somebody who didn't really study anatomy or someone who didn't study part morphology and pharmacology and part physiology properly. These 3 P's are very important. You can't be a doctor without knowing your drugs. You can't be a doctor without understanding the disease, right? You can't be a doctor without knowing
about the bones.
Yeah, without knowing the bones too, right? And the bones thing in 4th year and 5th year, you will do orthopedics. Here they have the 2 types, the orthopedics in 4th year and the traumatology. It's the same orthopedics, but here you're going to repeat the bones throughout for 2 years, right? And it's part of your mark, how much you answer in class, right? So the tip is answer in class, give first impressions, right?
That's the same thing again. Don't be an introvert.
Don't be an introvert, really. Answer questions in class, make the teachers know you know the stuff. Don't be the ones who will cram and go and sit in the class and forget after 2 years. Get the concepts. Medicine is all about concepts.
And don't be those guys who just want to you sleep in their rooms and don't went to the classes.
Go for your lectures too. Go for lectures, go to your classes. When you go to the class and when you're studying, waste time to understand concepts. Okay, watch videos. Speak to seniors who can actually explain to you, or someone that you feel like if you go to that person, he can really explain things to you. Something you don't understand. If it's him that you want him to explain things to you, you go to him. If you have that kind of connection, then fine. If it's not him and you find somebody else, then it's great, right? But waste time when you're studying. Waste time. Don't cram. It's not cramming cramming will take you to places. Yes, you can cram, but ask yourself after you cram, after 2 months or 3 months, would I remember this? Okay, ask yourself that, because you need this information for a whole lifetime, right? What you're studying for 6 years is for a whole lifetime. So ask yourself when you cram, am I going to remember this cramming forever? That's why you need to understand the concepts.
So the thing is, if you will cram the things, the thing will be vanished like this.
And because if you cram, you put it in your temporary memory. You have the temporary, short-term memory, and you have the permanent memory. So you need to get the concepts right. If you get the concept right, you get your concept there. When I say concept, maybe somebody will be asking, what is a concept? For example, let me give an example. Let's say you have common example. Let's take common example, appendicitis. You must have heard it in school. Appendicitis, right? 80s. You study Latin. You study Latin. Some teachers will ask you up to Greek. It's fine. You study everything, right? So if you study Latin, the concept is here. If you don't know anything, you don't even remember anything, somebody asks you what is acute appendicitis, you understand acute from Latin is something that is sudden, right? Sudden. And also you understand itis. Itis means inflammation. Appendix is the same thing in Latin as appendix, or veriform appendix, right? Or appendix veriformis in Latin, right?
This is a basic thing. You can know it by name only.
By name. So you know the name from anatomy. I see anatomy again, right? And you know inflammation is itis. So if you don't know anything, you can simply say the acute onset of inflammation of an acute process leading to inflammation of the appendix. I mean, you get your definition right? So you are straight to go. This is the concept I'm trying to say, right? You get this thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't learn from the textbooks. You should learn from the textbooks, but build on concepts, so that at least if you forget what you've read from the textbook, you can use the concept that you've wasted time to understand to talk to anybody who knows medicine. You understand, right? So the concepts. Or for example, if in pathophysiology, they will teach you about infection.
If you want to study, everyone will help you.
Everyone will help you. Yeah, for sure, everybody will help you. But if you're not able to understand the concept, I'm only stressing on the concept because you need it in the future for the rest of your life. So anything, please build on the concepts, right? Build on the concepts. Just try and get the little bits and put it together, and waste time in 1 to 3rd year, the 1st to the 3rd year, waste time and study properly. And in totality of everything, I wish you all the best. Really, I wish you all the best. Try to make sure that you give yourself the time to read. Friends will be around and all that, but surround yourself with positive people who can help you push through this 6 years, and have fun too. Don't be always studying.
We are not saying yet you have to study again more and more every time you have to study.
Have
you
fun
can also
too.
do fun activities.
Have fun too. When you are tired, take time off and have fun too, because you can't be studying till you die.
But never forget the main purpose why you came here.
Have fun. We are study, but have fun too, really. And also, I wish you all the best. I wish that as you come here and if you decide to come here, and you have all the best time of your life and you study well and you get your diploma, you become very successful in your adventure to be the best doctor in the whole world and a graduate from CRIMEA Federal University. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, doctor.
Thank you so much, Plab. Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here. Really. Yeah.
So I really hope your valuable answer will solve the queries of many people there.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
So friends, तो गाइस ये थी पूरी वीडियो. आई रियली होप इस वीडियो के एंड तक तुम्हारे जो मैक्सिमम डाउट है वो क्लियर हो चुके होंगे. जैसे कि तुमने सुना डॉक्टर इस्माइल को वो आने वाले टाइम पे USMLE और प्लैब दोनों एग्जाम लिखेंगे मेरे ख्याल से, और क्योंकि उनका जो सपना है वो है अलग अलग कंट्रीज़ में जाके काम करना और वहाँ पे जाके एक्सपीरियंस गेन करना. गाइस मेरी इस वीडियो को बनाने का मोटिव ये था कि आपकी जो भी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है रिगार्डिंग कि क्रीमिया फेडरल यूनिवर्सिटी WHO से अप्रूव्ड है और क्या जो बच्चे यहाँ पढ़ते हैं वो आने वाले टाइम पे USMLE के एग्ज़ाम दे सकते हैं कि नहीं. द थिंग इज़ फ्रेंड्स, जब तुमने पहले किसी से ये चीज़ पूछी होगी कि क्रीमिया वाले USMLE एग्ज़ाम दे सकते हैं कि नहीं और उन्होंने तुम्हें साफ साफ इनकार कर दिया है, तो फ्रेंड्स ये पूरा का पूरा एक मिथ है. द मेन थिंग इज़ देयर इज़ ए लैक ऑफ नॉलेज अबाउट दिस एग्जाम्स. अगर तुम अपने कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से भी ये बात पूछते हो तो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर कि दे डोंट इवन नो अबाउट दिस थिंग्स. तो फ्रेंड्स वो बात होगी एक बात, अगर तुम USMLE एग्जाम देना चाहते हो तो नो वन कैन स्टॉप यू. यू कैन गिव दिस एग्जाम बट यू हैव टू फॉलो द प्रोसीजर लाइक IS सर्टिफिकेट, WHO से अप्रूविंग सर्टिफिकेट, जैसे कि डॉक्टर इस्माइल के पास ये सब चीज़ें हैं. इन केस तुमने ये पूरी वीडियो फास्ट फॉरवर्ड करके निकाल दी है तो गाइस तुम ये गलती कर रहे हो. ये वीडियो तुम्हारे के सारे डाउट क्लियर करेगी. सो प्लीज़ गो एंड चेक आउट द होल वीडियो. और वन मोर थिंग, तुम्हें ECFMG में जाके अपने आप को रजिस्टर कराना पड़ता है. ये चीज़ सिर्फ क्रीमिया वालों के लिए स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. जो भी फॉरेन मेडिकल ग्रेजुएट्स चाहे वो इंडिया का हो, अगर उसे इंडिया USMLE का एग्ज़ाम देना है तो उसे यहाँ पर जाके अपने आप को रजिस्टर कराना ही पड़ता है. और आने वाले टाइम पे जब मैं खुद अपने डॉक्यूमेंट सर्टिफाई करवाऊंगा तो तुम्हें पूरा प्रोसीजर बताऊंगा, जिससे आने वाले टाइम में और इन केस फ्यूचर में तुम्हारे हेल्प मिले इससे. सो फ्रेंड्स ये थी पूरी वीडियो. आई रियली होप ये वीडियो तुम्हें अच्छी लगी होगी और तुम्हारे लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल हो. इन केस अगर तुम्हें वीडियो सच में अच्छी लगी है तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माई YouTube चैनल and do like this video and share this video also. And friends, in case you need any consultation regarding admission in CRIMEA Federal University, you can DM me on Instagram without any hesitation. मेरी Instagram ID का जो लिंक है वो मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दिया है. भाइयों मालूम है ये वीडियो काफ़ी ज़्यादा लंबी बन गया है, बट तुम्हारा मैंने इतना बड़ा भ्रम तोड़ा है तो उसके लिए ये वीडियो इतनी तो बनती थी. तो मिलते हैं अपनी अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए गुड बाय, स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी.